Right, this is my shortcut sweetbread video. Um, like having sweetbread, it reminds me of home and so on. But here in the UK, I mean, we get coconuts, we do get the dry coconut, but sometimes, when we get it and you crack them open, it's all black and rotten inside and stuff like that. So I decided to do like a shortcut. This is desiccated coconut. It's the same coconut, they grate it and everything and they coat it with sugar. So I mean, if you use this to do the sweetbread, you could use less sugar for the sweetbread because it's already coated with sugar. So my ingredients, this is 800 grams of desiccated coconut. I mean, the traditional recipe only asks for 2.5 cups of coconut, but I'm making like really big sweetbreads. So I have 800 grams of desiccated coconut. You could probably use like 300 or 500 grams. It's up to you. Depends on the size that you're making. This is skim milk. It's 3/4 cups of skim milk. This is mixed peel and it's let me see how many grams here. It's gonna tell you at the back. Oh yes, it's 200 grams of mixed peel. You need 1 egg. This is a cup of chopped cherries. This is 1 cup of sultanas. This is 5 tablespoons of softened margarine or room temperature margarine. This is 1 cup of coconut sugar. Yeah, this is coconut sugar in place of brown sugar. I've never used the coconut sugar to make sweetbread before or even bake at all. So this is the first time I'm going to be using it and I'm hoping that it works well because I can't, for some reason, I went into Costco's and normally I get like a huge bag of brown sugar from Costco's because I only use brown sugar. Going in there and there's no brown sugar for some reason. I can't find brown sugar. So I'm using the coconut, that's it there, coconut sugar. I'm hoping it works. This is 1 teaspoon of pure mixed essence. I had this imported from Trinidad. My mother sent it for me. This is 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. That is 1 teaspoon of grated nutmeg. And this is 3 teaspoons of baking powder. And this is 5 cups of flour. But this is all-purpose flour. And over here it already has baking powder and everything added into it, but I'm still going to add my baking powder just in case because I've never used this brand before. So it's 5 cups of flour. So what I'm going to do now is just start combining everything and I'll show you how it goes. Right, I'm now going to add all my dry ingredients first because that's what the traditional recipe asks for. So I'm going to add my 5 cups of flour, right? And I'm going to add my baking powder. And what you want to do now is just mix that together, right? I'm going to use the spatula for that. So you're mixing the baking powder and the flour together, right? Good. That looks like it's properly well mixed in. So what I'm going to do is add the other dry ingredients. So we have the nutmeg and the cinnamon and the sugar, and I'm gonna like mix it together again, right? So make sure it's all well combined. I'm mixing all my dry ingredients first, right? And now I'm going to add my desiccated coconut in here. So remember I said this is 800 grams. You could use less, you could use more as a recipe. All recipes, you could play around with it. So, you know, to what best suits you. So I'm going to mix this in thoroughly with my flour and everything. I'll put you on pause until I get that done properly. Right, so now I'm going to add the coconut as well mixed in with the flour and sugar mixture here. And what I'm going to do now is add my cherries in there and mix that up. Get that well incorporated into the all of the mixture. Right. So now I'm going to add my my sultanas. I didn't find any currants, so I'm using sultanas. I mean, as I said, with ingredients, with recipes, you could always like play around with them, you know, with certain ingredients and make it your own, you know. So yeah, this is me mixing all my dry ingredients. After this, you want to add your margarine, right? And I'm using 5 tablespoons of room temperature margarine. That's me adding to it here. Right. So I'm going to mix all of this together fully and then come back to you. Right, everything is fully combined here. The raisins, the sultanas, the cherries, the margarine. Now, while you're mixing it, you will need a lot of elbow grease to do this because of the, well, probably because of the amount I'm using. That's why it's, you know, kind of difficult for me to mix around. But yeah, if you have a little elbow grease, you can get it fully incorporated. And the smell from this already is like sweet bread already, like it already baked. The next ingredient for me to add is my 200 grams of mixed peel, and I have to incorporate all of that next, and you'll see when I've already mixed it up. So yeah, as I said, you need a little elbow grease if you really want to get it all mixed in properly, and all the fruits and all the coconuts inside this already. And you know, it's smelling so good. I haven't even put the essence or anything yet. I haven't mixed my wet ingredients yet, and this smells like if it's ready to eat. It smells so good. So I'm mixing in my mixed peel thoroughly into the other dry ingredients and using a little elbow grease here to get everything mixed in properly. Right, I have thoroughly mixed in that mixed peel. So now I'm going to do my wet ingredients, right? So you need 1 beaten egg. So you always crack, and it's room temperature egg, and you always crack your eggs in a bowl first and never directly into anything that you're doing, just in case the egg isn't good, or you know, something like that, or you get shells, you know, caught up. So what you want to do now is, or how I do it, I beat the egg and then add it to the milk, right? So it's one beaten room temperature egg. I'll probably list all the ingredients and everything below so that you would have an accurate list. So that egg is well beaten, as you can see, and I'm going to add it to the milk. So this is 3.5 cups, or yeah, 3.5 cups of I'm using skim milk, semi-skim milk actually. You could probably use coconut milk and keep that coconut vibe going right through, because I already use coconut sugar, but in substitute for brown sugar. Not because I'm trying to be healthy, but because I couldn't find any brown sugar. I'm not sure why. And this is my pure mixed essence. You could add any other essence you want, almond or you know, what have you. So I'm just gonna mix everything completely in here. And I mean, you probably see me working over my sink is because I don't have that much counter space, and because I'm doing all of these things so like late in the game with the whole Christmas rush, you know, my kitchen is really cluttered, unfortunately. Yeah, so the egg, the essence, everything is mixed in here with the milk. So what I'm going to do is pour it into my dry ingredients here. So I make a little well, a little hole, you know, so it doesn't spill over the top or anything like that. So I'll pour some here and then like maybe all around, right? So get some more elbow grease and start to like really combine all the ingredients. At one point it's going to start to get really tough and you're going to think that you should put your hands in there and start kneading it like dough. Don't. Just keep pushing and keep mixing everything. It will incorporate, it will mix. You just have to be a little patient with it. Don't put your hands in there at all when making your dough for your sweetbread. It's not necessary for you to get your hands. You see, at this point you're going to start to be tempted to get your hands in there to really mix it. But as I said, don't. Just take your time and really incorporate everything and get everything mixed, right? Right, everything is well mixed in now. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna line your baking trays, your baking tin, sorry. So how you do that is, I'm using these disposable trays actually. These two, I'll probably need more trays anyway, but yeah. So the way that you line your trays for your sweetbread, to bake your sweetbread, yeah, you use butter and some flour, right? So I'm just gonna do one for you and show you. You get the butter all around it as much as you can. Spread it all around. You could use your hand to do this as well, which is probably easier, but just because I'm trying to be professional looking here on YouTube, that's why I'm using a pastry brush. Yeah, and then you get some flour, like about probably a tablespoon or so of flour, and you beat it. You spread it around. Make sure it gets in contact with the butter. I'm not sure if you're catching that, but make sure it gets in contact with the butter on all sides. It takes a little skill, but you know, try. You could probably use baking sheets, but I like doing it this way, right? And you just tap out the excess. Tap out the excess. And yeah, I just start scooping my mixture into the trays. And as I said, these are disposable trays, and this is the same method you would use if you have your normal baking tins, baking pan, whatever you're using. You line it with your butter and flour, and yeah, you have to preheat your oven. Yeah, preheat your oven at 325 Fahrenheit, and then you're baking for like 50 to 60 minutes, so, or until it looks cooked. And how you would know it cooked is that you just normal, as if it's a cake or bread, you do the stick test and you just poke a fork in it or something, and if it comes out clean, then it is cooked, and you would just take it out of the oven. So what I'm going to do now is line my other tin and add the rest to it, and preheat my oven and everything, and add it to my oven and bake it for the allotted time. What I will do, I'll do a presentation video of my sweetbread when it's finished, and probably if you saw my puncher creme video, I'll probably do a presentation video with that and link all the videos together, because I don't like to make long videos. But yeah, this is basically the finished sweetbread. It's just to bake it now, as I said, in a preheated oven. Your preheated oven should be at 325 degrees. I don't know, it depends on what oven you're using, but it must be a preheated oven, and it should bake for, you know, up to an hour it will take to bake your sweetbread. And the way that you check it, you do the fork test, the toothpick test. However, you stick something in there. If it comes out clean, just like cake, just like bread, if it comes out clean, then it's done and you take it out, right? And I'll see you in my presentation video. Bye guys.